This disclaimer: this content is not for the faint of heart, since it's gonna include some pretty rage-baiting moments. Have you heard the new game that dropped out? It's called Flores Lava 2.0. The first thing you must have heard of the note this new game is the original Flores Lava, since Flores Lava 2.0 it's an updated version. But if you don't know what Flores Lava is a game where you try to not touch the floor because you pretend that the floor is a super hot molten material that will burn you. But of course, in real life the floor won't burn you, but the game is basically making you pretend that the floor is lava, and the object is you have to do some like gymnast parkour work. That is if you're doing it inside, which is foreshadowing on what to come later. Now, I ask you, how could you possibly make this different? The sensible answer is that you can't. The game is intrinsically unchangeable. Doesn't work to change it. But internet folks always come up with something. Maybe they thought that the game is boring, that you have to injure your legs when you play, or something like that. They like injuring, apparently. But the real answer is, exactly what they said, injuring your bones and everything. So, to talk about the together and ensemble, I ask you again, how could you possibly make this different? And I'm guessing you still no idea because you're still watching this video. Well, the thing is that the original Flores Lava game never specified where it is supposed to play, and many people assume the home where you're in, because 1, it's safer, 2, it's inside the comfort of your own home, and 3, if you get injured, you can easily rush to the doctor's place and, have Band-Aid on your cut or a splinter or something like that. But luckily, our home is mostly carpet, so if we were to do floor and lava in here, that wouldn't necessarily happen. But most houses' floors are apparently wood, because it's 1, more popular, and 2, it's easier to clean. But anyway, these tricky interneters have taken that specification into their own hands, and they're using every kind of space possible. Now, if they were to play it, the Flores Lava in their bathroom, that would be a great idea to change the game. To have different change of scenery, have the toilet in there, have the sink, icky things in there. If only they would follow that. Right, wrong. They do it in public spaces, as I said. They do it in malls, They do it in like Target, Walmart, University Hall lecture. Now that is even more absurd. I know my purpose in this series is to just state facts, but this is the exception. It's utterly preposterous. How can this happen? How do you let these things happen? No offense to those guys, but how little brain did they use to think this was good outside? Or maybe a little offense. But how dare they in every circumstance? Now, if you think this behavior would annoy workers, guess what? You would be completely and utterly correct. It does annoy workers. A while ago, a clip went viral of a dude reversing an airport baggage claim without once touching the floor. The carousel property at that airport will not have worked. Rude, ungentlemanlike behavior, vandalizing the furniture at the airport is truly cruel behavior. Anyway, I'm sorry that this rolled up to be a sad podcast, but I couldn't control the outcome. I had to do a video on it. And, these things happen. Like, the internet is a wild, wild place. And I do note on the sad and mad note, it's the wrap for the episode. It's literally insane. But, there's a bright side. I mean, this is the wrap for the script, but the bright side, let's hope at least that no person will ever do this again. It's my hope. That's a wrap. Bye.